Michael Walker, Michael Wayne Walker. I'm here. I'm in Brockton now, Brockton, Massachusetts. Originally from Dallas, Texas. All the family in Dallas. Born, raised in Dallas. Grew up in Dallas. Went to schools in Dallas. Left Dallas 1975. Graduated high school. Came to college always with the intent of going back to Dallas, because I love Dallas, and I assumed that school would be the only time that I could go away and live on someone else's dime, and so that's what I did. Okay, I wanted to go somewhere totally different, so I went to Brunswick, Maine. Went to college in Brunswick, Maine, and then I always with the thought of leaving Brunswick and doing grad school and then going back to Dallas. But I then came down to Cambridge to go to grad school, and when I finished grad school, I haven't made it home yet. So I'm still here in Massachusetts now. I actually met the church, Brockton, Massachusetts. I met the church while I was in Cambridge. My hope was always to go back to Dallas after leaving school, but I met the people at the church in Brockton. I like them, they like me, we're having fun, and for me it's important to have fun and to be of service. And so as long as we're doing that, it looks like I'm still around here. So I haven't made it home yet. No question, the people. Very good people. The people are wonderful, and that's why I'm there. Pastoring was never my intent, never my passion, which I told them that, which is another reason why the people are so special, because we can tell the truth, and we can talk straight and talk honest and openly with one another, which ironically doesn't always happen around churches and doesn't always happen around universities, ironically enough. But anyway, I told them that when I went there, that was never my intent to be at a church. I was going back to Texas, but anyway, we enjoy one another. I start loving them. They love me. They were fun. I hope they're having fun with me too, and I'm still there. And because of that, we do a lot of different ministries. But the special thing is not the programming, not the ministries, but the people. That we love God, and we love people. We love people that God created, and we want to do what we can to help bring justice and mercy and equity and happiness to people. We do quite a bit in the community. We do some programming we do a jazz. We call it a jazz worship service, which largely it's a very diversified service, intentionally diversified. So it's all races, all ages, all sexual orientations, no judgments, no stereotypes in terms of what you might see when you come in there. You'll see as many whites as you will blacks. You'll see people dressed casually, and you'll see other people dressed in traditional Sunday clothing. You'll see as many homeless people, for example, as you will upper middle income people. So lots of diversity. We have a tutorial program that we run in conjunction with Stonehill College, with the education department here at the school, which is there's a real mutuality there because it serves our community, and the people in that program are largely the 38 students. They get one-to-one tutoring with Stonehill students. They're not members of the church. The majority of them are not members of the church, but people from the wider community. We have piano lessons, which are for people from the wider community, and the piano lessons are for children all the way to senior citizens. Some people that are retired are doing piano lessons. So we do ministries programming with the homeless, youth programming, arts and crafts, quilting, lots of different, and lots of varied program. The hope is to really meet needs where they are. So the question for us, we're Baptists, we're American Baptists, but the question for us is really, what is our parish, or what is your parish? And we would answer that. Most people would see the parish as a church. We would answer that likened unto akin to the Catholic Church, that the parish is a geographical space, a physical geographical space. So what is our parish, and to whom do we minister? That would be to our geographical space, and not merely to the people inside the building. We don't limit it to those people. It's a geographical space, and we claim all of that as being our ministry and our responsibility, and to work toward justice in those ways. You're quite apropos. The weather is a major one. And by the way, I love the weather. I love the cold. I love the snow. The more snow, the better. I'm still like a little child. If it starts snowing, I get up and I look out the window. I stand in the door. I love the snow. So the weather is a major. The weather's a major difference. Other than that, the area is different too. Just the space, the geographical areas are different. The climate, the things that people and cultural climate, the things that the mannerisms, the way of talking, of gathering. In Dallas, it was always clear. There were white sections of town, white places. There were certain places, that's for the white folk, and that's what white folk do. And there are other places that were black. There are places, and you know that, and those are very, very clear. And as you alluded to, my entire neighborhood was black. Schools black. The church was black. All of that. So and that was all very, very clearly defined. And again, I love that because you know what's what. And you know where everybody's coming from. There's no questions about the racism or any of the other bruising isms. You know what those are, and you know where they are. Whereas here, I don't like that area that as well here, because here it's more, I guess what Vanilla would call colorblind racism. And everybody here loves everybody, and best friends are black, and that racism is something that happened years ago, when it's not. It's very real, and it's structural, and it's systemic, and here people don't want to face it and deny it and think that everybody just gets along really well together. So those are some of the differences for me. Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, I'm not really a patriot. Yeah, Dallas Cowboys. I still like the Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys, and Dallas actually has a hockey team now, the Dallas Stars. I went to Maine. I went to school in Maine, and freshman year I lived in all the dorms on Bowdoin's campus. All the dorms are co-ed, except for one, and that one being Coleman Hall, and Coleman Hall is the only all-male dorm on campus. And my freshman year, that was my dorm. I was in Coleman Hall, and it also happened that I was on the floor with all hockey players. So I got introduced to hockey real early. My first semester at Bowdoin, and hockey is the biggest sport at Bowdoin. Hockey is major. So I would go to, and so all the hockey team, those are my friends. So I go to the hockey games. So that was a major shift for me going to hockey games instead of in football, basketball. At Bowdoin, those weren't too big. Yeah, absolutely. We want to become more inclusive, really genuinely inclusive for all people, all ages, all nationalities, um, genders, to be a really sexual orientations, to be inclusive across the board. And I'd like for us to do more with the with we do some good programming now with young people and with senior citizens, and we do some programming with housing, homeless, people without homes. But yes, more intentional focus on people and on literally addressing the justice issues in our community, issues of justice, issues of equity, issues of mercy, and to really address those. Because right now, for example, people think that public policy issues don't happen where we are, and I think that public policy takes place in the church. It takes place in our neighborhoods. It takes place in our communities. It takes place where we are and wherever we're gathered, wherever people talk, it takes place. The problem is that we have assumed that public policy and legislative issues take place at the State House or at City Hall. And that's the problem. They take place where we are. And then we've got to take them to City Hall, to the State House. So to do more of that, to hear people, to hear where they are, hear what people's issues are, and for us to address those. Because God is concerned about people and about humanity and about all of us, not just about the institution and not just about the institutional church, but God is concerned about people. So rather than just building the church, we really want to build people and help people, and really, because I think that's where the love of God is. That's where God is, with people. And to be, what we call it, is to be God with us, disciples. Because to be God with us is to recognize that just as God is with us, God is with you, God is with you, God is with all of us. So not only is God with us, God with us is a part of everybody we encounter. So it's to greet that presence of God within everybody is created imago Dei, in the image and in the likeness of God. Even the most hardened criminal, their imago Dei, and to always recognize that.